What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today we're going to be taking a look at Derry City and asking ourselves what are we going to expect from them in the upcoming 2020 season. This is the third team we're going to be looking at. We already have looked at Bohemians and Cork, so make sure to go check them out. They are up on the channel at the moment, so if you haven't seen them, go check them out. While you're looking for them, guys, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's jump right into it. Last season can definitely go down as a success for Derry City. Finishing in fourth and securing European football is a fantastic achievement, and fans were delighted with Declan Devine's first season in charge. And their recruitment was really good at the start last year, getting in the likes of David Parkhouse and Junior on loan added a lot of really good attacking threat to their starting lineup last season. Them two up front caused a lot of problems all season long, and both of them were up there. I think Junior actually finished as the top goal scorer in the league. David Parkhouse wasn't far behind them, so two really good signings for Derry. They've both left the club now, so we are going to go on to talk about how they've gone about to replace them. That leads us nicely into how different is Derry's team going to be this season compared to last. I know that Derry City do like to kind of play around with formations at times, but for this video, just for the purposes of being easy, I'm going to stick with kind of a 4-2-3-1. Peter Cherry will remain in goal for Derry City. He had a really good year last year. I feel like he's probably one of the more underrated goalkeepers in the league. His consistency definitely goes under the radar, and his experience really gives Derry a good backbone for their defensive structure coming into the 2020 season. At right back, new signing Colm Horgan from Cork City can slot in there straight away. At centre back, new signing Danny Lupano, who they have on a 6-month loan deal from Hull City, will be competing with the likes of Owen Toyle and Ali Gilchrist for the spot at the centre back next season. Both Gilchrist and Toyle were actually really good last year, both had very solid seasons, but Danny Lupano will add that bit more competitive edge to their defence in Europe as well. It's good to have that bit of competition and stuff like that, and I think that's definitely a positive for Derry, and their defence is looking good for the upcoming season with Kieran Coyle at left back as well. Very consistent performer once again, and that kind of back four, their structure for last season was really solid, and Declan Devine has added one or two players into it to strengthen it even further, so I like the look of Derry's back five. In the central midfield area, big loss for Derry is Greg Sloggett, who has moved on to the champions Dundalk. He was fantastic in there for them last season, one of their best players for the whole campaign. But they have retained the services of Kieran Harkin, who had a very impressive first season with them, and he should slot into that midfield area alongside maybe new signing Conor McCormack. Conor McCormack, a League of Ireland veteran at this stage, 29 years of age, has been Cork's captain in the past, and he's been part of really successful sides there, so he's going to bring that winning mentality to Derry City, and he'll be competing with the likes of Conor Clifford, another player brought in from St Patrick's Athletic. Conor Clifford is a fantastic footballer as well. He's previously moved over with Chelsea. He was really highly rated in Chelsea's academy, so he's back. He's 27 I think now, so he's kind of in his prime, and he'll add a lot to that Derry City midfield. He was with Pats last season, did really well with them, but I felt like Stephen Toll probably didn't see him being a starter for him this upcoming campaign, and he felt like the move to Derry was the best thing for his career, and it could really work out well from up there. In the three attacking midfield areas, Captain Barry McNamee was a real pivotal part of that kind of number 10 role last season, but as it stands, as this video is being made, he is poised to sign for Finn Harps. I'm not sure if it's gone over the line just yet. When this video comes out, it might have been a confirmed deal, but at the moment it hasn't happened just yet, but it looks very likely that Barry McNamee will be moving to Finn Harps, so I am going to take him out of the equation. On the right hand side of the tree, I'd say Derry City will stick with Jamie McDonough. The talented winger was interesting a lot of teams on the kind of turn of the year. I didn't actually think he was going to stick out with Derry, but he has signed a new deal with the club, and he had a really good season last year, and he's going to be looking to even improve it, and more goals and assists this term. Through the middle, Gerardo Bruna should fill in nicely for Barry McNamee, and he got a lot of game time of course last season, formerly of Liverpool and Real Madrid, which is mental, but he's a very talented footballer, really nice on the ball, and he's actually really nice to actually watch him play. Really talented player, and he'll fit into those boots really easily. They do have a lot of competition for places in this area of the pitch though, Derry. On the left hand side, I do think we will see Stephen Malone, a new signing from Sheffield United on a loan deal. He can fill in at left back and at left mid, which does give them that bit of versatility and added strength and depth, and he looks like a really good player. He'll provide a lot of width on that left hand side, good crosser of the ball, pace, So I think he could be a really good piece of business. But of course Derry have a lot of competition, as I said, with the likes of new signing Musa Bakayoko. He probably will be a starter for a lot of this season. Also with the likes of Jack Malone as well. There's a lot of really talented players in this Derry side that are going to be providing real high levels of competition for places. And when you have a big squad as well, not that it's terribly big, but when you have real quality in like coming off the bench and stuff, it's going to only be a good thing, especially with European football, challenging on all fronts with the cup, and then of course trying to break into that top 3 in the league as well, which I think they could be capable of. And now the tricky part, trying to pick a striker out of Walter Figueroa and Tim Nielsen. Derry have given Figueroa the number 9 jersey and Nielsen the number 10 jersey, so we could actually see them as a pairing up top. I am really excited to see both of these guys playing in a Derry City jersey though, especially Tim Nielsen. We haven't seen him in the League of Ireland before, but his goal scoring record speaks for itself. 32 goals in 53 games I think it was for his previous club. Really good record, and I think he could be a very good signing. As you're all aware as well, Walter Figueroa did prove himself last season with Waterford, putting in a lot of really impressive performances, and I'm excited to see him in a Derry jersey. In terms of Derry's aspirations for the upcoming campaign, I'm trying to think back to last season. Of course they had a really good season, and would they take another 4th place finish? Have they improved from last year? I think a lot of it is down to how well Walter Figueroa and Tim Nielsen do. Can they provide the goals that Derry are now missing because of Junior and David Parkhouse not being a part of the side? Can they replace those goals and even add to them? That's going to be a huge factor for me. And if they can do that, then Derry can really challenge at the top of this table. There's no doubt about it. I do actually think Derry have a really good bit of squad depth. They have quality in a lot of areas, especially in terms of their like a starting 11. They have no real weaknesses that you could really look at and say that's where they could get exploited. I think Derry top 4 finish again would be definitely a successful season. If they can crack the top 3, brilliant. There's going to be a lot more competition with Bows, Pats. They've all improved as well. So Derry, I think top 4 finish, run the cup, do well in Europe. That'd be a brilliant year for Declan Devine and his side. And yeah, I'm just wondering what you Derry fans thinking ahead of the upcoming campaign. How are you lot feeling? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video guys. Please make sure to like, share, and most importantly subscribe.